Welcome to Fern Finding Flow. Thanks for joining. So you can get seated in a comfortable position if that's cross-legged for you, or maybe sitting on a block cross-legged, or maybe sitting with two blocks under you like this. Whatever is comfortable for you and your body. It doesn't need to look a certain way, just whatever feels good. And so we'll start with a couple of deep breaths, breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. In through the nose, out through the mouth. In through the nose, out through the mouth. And I like to set an intention every time I get on the mat. Today, my intention is to really listen to my body and be here in the moment for what feels good right now, today, in this time. Because what might have felt good yesterday might not feel good today. So I'm going to honor that. So with an inhale, we'll raise our arms up, and exhale, we'll twist over to the side. And we'll inhale, arms up, exhale to the side. Do that again, inhaling, arms up, exhaling, arms to the side, twist. Inhaling back to center, and exhale, twist to the left, one more. Inhale back to center, and exhale, make your way to a hands and knees position. And then an inhale, we'll come into cow pose, lifting the heart, lifting the chest, exhaling, pushing the ground away, lifting the spine. And we'll flow through that a few times. Inhaling, coming to cow, opening the heart, opening the chest, and exhaling, pushing the ground away. And you can just flow through that however feels good. I like to just kind of swing around, make some circles, get my hips going. Maybe do some barrel roll sort of shapes. Or you can just stay with the traditional cat-cow if that feels good. I also like to kind of rock in and out of child's pose, so you can add that in, kind of getting things warmed up. And whenever you're feeling good, you can come back to all fours, and we'll come back to all fours, and on an inhale, we'll raise our right arm and left leg. And exhale, we'll tap knee to elbow. Inhale, extend, exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, extend, exhale, knee to elbow. And then we'll place our hand and knee back onto the ground. And we'll do that on the other side. So inhaling, lifting left arm, right leg. Exhaling, knee to elbow. Inhaling, extend. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee to elbow, and placing it back on the mat. And with an inhale, we'll tuck the toes, pushing back into downward facing dog. Since this is the first down dog, we can do some pedaling with our feet, bending one knee and the other knee. Getting our calves warmed up. And we'll take a few breaths here. And then we'll walk our feet up to our hands for a forward fold. Inhaling for a halfway lift. Exhaling, fold. And inhaling, coming up into Hastasana. Exhaling, Tadasana, mountain pose. And so you can either have your feet parallel, or if it feels comfortable for your hips and knees, touching your big toes and then slightly keeping your heels apart, extending the arms down to the ground and feeling like a string is pulling your head up to the sky. And we'll take a few breaths to settle here before we move into some sun salutations. Willow is easily disturbed today. Thank you. We're all safe. All safe, okay? So on an inhale, bringing the arms up over the head, exhaling, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, planting the palms, stepping back to plank, or you can also drop your knees and exhaling slowly down, and inhaling, coming into baby cobra, opening the chest, opening the heart. And on an exhale, pushing back to downward dog, maybe going through all fours. And breathe. And on an inhale, walking the feet back to the hands, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms reach up over the head, and exhale, mountain pose, Tadasana. Repeat that again. Inhaling, arms reach up over the head. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, planting the palms, stepping the feet back to plank or dropping the knees. And slowly bringing your chest down to the ground. Inhaling, baby cobra. Exhaling, pushing back through all fours or straight to downward facing dog. And inhale, walking the feet in, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms reach up over the head. Exhale, Tadasana. Okay, this time we're going to inhale, hands brush the ground, coming into chair pose, tucking the tailbone, and arms are reaching up, shoulders are relaxed. And exhale, forward fold, stepping back to plank or all fours, and slowly coming down to the ground, inhaling, either baby cobra or pushing all the way up into upward facing dog. Exhale, pushing back to downward facing dog. This time with an inhale, we're going to raise our right leg up and exhale, stepping between the palms, planting the back heel at 45 degrees, coming up into warrior one. And exhaling, planting the palms, stepping back to downward facing dog. An inhale, raising the left leg up, and exhaling, step foot between the palms, planting the right heel, and bringing the arms up over the head. Back foot is at 45 degrees, and front leg going for knee over ankle. On an exhale, planting the palms down, stepping back to plank, or to downward facing dog, sorry. On an inhale, raising the right leg up, and exhale, stepping the palm between, and we're coming back into warrior one on this side, adding to it. So we'll be in warrior one for a second, and then we will straighten the front leg. You can step your left leg in a little bit if you want. I like to bring my blocks nearby. And inhale, we reach up, begin to reach forward, reach, and exhale, folding down, coming into pyramid pose. And if you have your blocks there, moving them to the side. Careful not to hit your partner. If you have a fellow furry friend next to you. And stepping back to downward facing dog. And so repeat that on the other side, lifting the left leg up and stepping it between the palms, planting the back heel at 45, coming up into warrior one. And you can straighten the front leg, step the back heel in slightly, setting up for a pyramid on the other side. Arms reach up and exhale. Reach, 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 and then fold over your front knee. And then move your blocks out of your way, planting the palms and stepping back to downward facing dog. And we'll breathe here for a second. And this time with an inhale, raising your right leg up, stepping between the palms, planting the back foot at 90 degrees, circling the arms up, coming into warrior two. Arms are extending in both directions, but shoulders are over hips. Spine is in line. You are strong as your warrior. And with an exhale, we'll reach our right arm forward and coming into side angle. You can either put your right arm on your knee, try not to collapse your shoulder, or placing it internally or floating. Or if you have a block, you can use a block for some extra support. Left arm can be reaching up straight in line or reaching over the head, whatever feels comfortable for you today. And on an inhale, coming back into warrior two, and exhale, reversing the warrior, bringing the right arm up over the head, a juicy side stretch. And exhale, cartwheel the arms, frame the foot. This time, step back to plank. And exhale in chaturanga, or whatever feels good to you right now. I'm still working through an elbow injury, so not doing too much pressure. This is slowly building up my weight bearing again. And with an inhale, we'll raise our left leg up. And exhale, stepping through the palms, planting the back heel at 90 degrees, and opening the arms up, coming into warrior two on our other side. And with an inhale, with an exhale, reaching the left arm forward and coming into finding your version of side angle on the left side. And inhaling, coming back into warrior two. Exhaling, reversing the warrior. And cartwheeling the arms to frame the foot. Stepping back to plank. Inhaling, right leg up. Exhaling, right knee towards right wrist. You don't have to get all the way to 90 degrees. We're setting up for pigeon. I like to use a block under my hip and a block at the front. And with an inhale, opening the chest, lifting the heart, and exhaling, folding over. You can rest your forehead on the block or whatever position feels good to you right now. And on an inhale, lifting the chest, moving your block out of your way if it's in the way, planting the palms, tucking the back toe, and coming back into downward facing dog. On an inhale, raising your left leg, and we're coming into pigeon on the other side, right knee to, or left knee to left elbow, and you can place your block under your hip if you need a little extra support. And inhale, lifting up, exhaling, folding over the front leg. Inhaling, lifting up, and this time you can just roll over your left hip and bringing both legs forward. And we're going to come onto our back, and if you have a block, you can keep that close to you. And we'll do one glute bridge, and so on an inhale, lifting the hips, and you can pull your arms under your back if that feels good, or keeping them apart on the ground. Getting a little bit of a back bend here, and if you have a block nearby on your way down, you can bring your block under your hips. If you don't have a block, no worries, you can come down to the ground and set up for waterfall, bringing your feet over your hips. And slowly bringing the feet back down to the mat, lifting the hips just enough to move the block out of the way. Bring your knees in for a big hug. Roll side to side. Come into happy baby, grabbing the outside of your feet. Rock side to side. Coming back in for a big hug, and arms out to the side. We'll do a spinal twist, bringing the knees to one side. Inhaling back to center, and exhaling other side. Inhaling back to center. One last big squeeze. Thank your body for all its work it's done for you today and every day. And exhale, release it all. Coming into Shavasana. Slowly begin to move your toes and fingers, rolling your ankles and your wrists. And slowly making your way to one side, coming into the fetal position of all possibilities. And an inhale, pushing the ground away, coming back up into your seated position. One last inhale, arms up over the head. Exhale, palms to heart center. Thank you all for joining me. Namaste.